Jennifer found herself working late at the office on a Friday night. She had a plane to catch to New York for Valentine's Day to visit her ex-fiancé, and before leaving, she hurriedly penned him an email. Not wanting to miss her flight, she grabbed some candy and left the office. Coincidentally, a man was also preparing to leave work at the same time. They both ended up waiting for the elevator together. Jennifer boarded the elevator on the 49th floor, and Guy joined her on the 42nd floor. Despite Guy's attempts to start a conversation and make jokes, Jennifer didn't seem interested in talking. Guy then showed Jennifer an etching on the elevator wall, but suddenly, the elevator stopped. He attempted to press every single button, including the alarm, but none of them seemed to work, despite the fact that the lights were still on. They gestured toward the camera, but received no response. To make matters worse, their phones had no service as they were underground. Jennifer was concerned about missing her flight and wondered where the building's security personnel were. After 15 minutes, they attempted to call for help and bang on the door, but to no avail. Guy thought there might be an escape hatch, so he hoisted Jennifer up to inspect the ceiling. She heard her hand banging against it, so he lowered her. An hour passed, and Jennifer realized she would miss her flight, despite Guy's efforts to lighten the mood with jokes. She cursed in frustration. After introducing themselves, they carried on chatting while waiting for help. The guy offered Jennifer his water bottle, but they playfully joked about opening the wine he had brought along. Both of them then realized they had bottle openers in their bags and shared a laugh about it. Although they didn't open the wine, Jennifer accepted his water as a substitute for the lack of food. Jennifer and Guy decided to save some candy in case they were stuck until Tuesday. After 4 hours, Jennifer felt the need to pee but was too embarrassed to do it in front of Guy. He recommended she go in the corner or use her thermos. She then made him close his eyes and cover his ears as she relieved herself. To give her privacy, Guy started singing. Afterward, Jennifer added to the drawing on the elevator wall, and they played a game, leading to them talking about more personal things. Guy admitted he was too obsessed with his job and had nobody looking for him. Jennifer confessed she wanted to surprise someone in New York, but she wasn't sure if he wanted her. The man decided it was the right moment to uncork the wine, and they raised their glasses to celebrate still being alive. As time went by, they sketched each other and became closer. The man admitted he had seen Jennifer before in the office building but had not mentioned it earlier to avoid appearing like a stalker. Jennifer laughed it off, and they completed their drawings, exchanging them. Jennifer's portrayal of the man was more lighthearted, while his was more serious. She apologized and snapped a photo of the drawing, teasing that she would use it as her profile picture if they survived. They then shifted the topic to discuss food, but since they were both famished, Jennifer asked the man to change the subject. He rattled off a few subjects, and she decided to chat about making love. Turning her camera on him, Jennifer inquired as to which guy was a little shy at the location where they had previously made love, so she told her personal story first. When it was the guy's turn, he was still hesitant to talk. Jennifer encouraged him to make up a story, so he told one about a work picnic where things got steamy in a car. Guy acknowledged feeling uncomfortable and stopping things. He apologized, but Jennifer reassured him it was fine feeling a connection that was made. After giving her an awkward kiss, the couple started making love in the elevator. Guy shared his feelings afterward, but Jennifer pulled back, expressing her desire to reconcile with her ex. She clarified that while their encounter was pleasant, she wanted to keep things casual because she still had genuine feelings for her ex. Despite his conviction about their connection, Guy expressed his belief that Jennifer's ex didn't deserve her. Jennifer became angry, stating that she still loved her ex and that once they were out of the elevator, they would go their separate ways. Despite her insistence, Guy continued to assert that they belonged together. Frustrated by his persistence, especially considering their current situation, Jennifer suddenly sensed a shift in his demeanor. Guy then revealed his true identity, confessing that he had lied about where he worked and even his name. He admitted to watching her every day at work, showing her security photos and videos he had taken of her, detailing the times and dates. Jennifer was frightened as Guy disclosed that he was actually the building's security guard. He became angry, lamenting that people like him often went unnoticed. He insisted he knew her better than her ex and confessed to orchestrating their current situation with a key he used to unlock the elevator, shocking Jennifer with the realization of his manipulation. Feeling betrayed and threatened, Jennifer threatened to call the police. The guy responds by grabbing her, leading to a struggle in the chaotic situation. Inadvertently, Jennifer's flailing legs break the elevator key. The altercation between Jennifer and the man intensifies, with Jennifer using her shoe to knock him out in self-defense. Worried that she may have harmed him, Jennifer cautiously approaches him, only for the man to suddenly regain consciousness and knock her down in return. Both of them lie unconscious in the elevator for a while. When Jennifer wakes up, she finds the man already awake. She demands to know why he did what he did. He explains that he wanted to isolate her from the outside world so they could form a genuine connection, believing they had not just a date, but an entire relationship during their time stuck in the elevator. Jennifer remains skeptical, convinced that someone will eventually come to rescue them. However, she soon learns that the man has taken all the shifts for the extended weekend, meaning they won't be rescued until Tuesday. Upon realizing this, Jennifer asks him what his plans are. His chilling response is that he'd prefer to kill her rather than go back to prison. When Jennifer confronts him about his actions, he becomes enraged. After he calms down, he opens the present she had bought for her ex-fiancé, only to find a shirt and a box containing cigars and accessories. He puts on the shirt and lights a cigar, mocking Jennifer about how she could have won her ex back with such thoughtful gifts. In a twisted moment of irony, he wishes her a happy Valentine's Day. Sometime later, the man apologizes to Jennifer for frightening her and asks if they can reconcile. He pleads for another chance. Bothered by the malfunctioning neon light in the elevator, the man uses Jennifer's thermos to break it. He realizes that the ceiling panels likely hide light bulbs that need replacing and thinks he can escape through there. As he breaks open the panel with the thermos, Jennifer stands beside him. He asks her to give him a boost to reach the opening, promising to come back for her. However, Jennifer suggests it would be easier if he boosts her instead, as she lacks the strength to lift him. He doubts she'll return for him and fears she'll call the cops. Jennifer reassures him with everything he wants to hear, convincing him to help her up. Jennifer clambers onto his shoulders and successfully pulls herself out of the elevator. The man instructs her to use the ladder in the door, and she feels relieved that they have finally escaped. As Jennifer climbs the ladder, she defiantly makes a rude gesture toward him, which angers him. Nevertheless, he finds a way to exit the elevator, determined not to let her get away. Jennifer, already on her way to the door, hears his warning that she's about to die. Just as she's about to reach the door, he catches up to her level and follows her. As Jennifer opens the door and screams for help, the man suddenly grabs her, and they both tumble back into the elevator, falling unconscious from the impact. Upon waking up first, Jennifer's head is spinning. She notices the fire sprinklers and quickly comes up with a new escape plan. Trying to set off the fire alarms, she tries to light a cigar as smoke fills the elevator. The man wakes up only to be met with a blow from Jennifer, breaking his nose. Using a piece of clothing, she manages to restrain him and demands answers. He warns her that the fire alarm won't work and they'll risk getting soaked and electrocuted. Jennifer, undeterred, threatens him and forces a confession out of him. She then turns on her camera to record herself explaining the situation before directing the camera at him to demand his real name. He reveals himself as John Deakins and confesses to deliberately trapping them in the elevator and etching the drawing on the wall. He admits to trapping and kidnapping her. Jennifer makes him confess to his actions on camera, including the physical harm he inflicted upon her. He then opens up about his past as an accountant, where he portrays himself as a former high achiever before becoming a security guard. When she asks why he chose her, he simply responds by saying that she is great in his eyes. As Monday approaches, they find themselves still trapped. Another security guard, Eddie, takes his new girlfriend to the building to give her a tour of the roof. Upon realizing that John is missing, Eddie checks the security monitors and discovers John and Jennifer stuck in the elevator. This prompts him to wake both John and Jennifer up. Jennifer pleads with John to get them out of the elevator, and he reassures her that he will come down and free them while his girlfriend sleeps on the nearby couch. Eddie comes to the elevator with a crowbar to pry open the doors. Jennifer, eager to escape, moves toward the opening, but Eddie insists on fully opening the doors first. Suddenly, John violently knocks Jennifer unconscious. John activates the elevator as Eddie tries to go inside, severing Eddie in half violently. Jennifer is once more rendered unconscious by John, who then pulls her to his car, puts her in the trunk, and leaves the building. Once Eddie's body was disposed of and prepped, John, after putting on his uniform and putting a cigar in his pocket, he goes to the front desk and wipes all the security cameras footage. Eddie's girlfriend wakes up and watches John's actions as he causes her death. John removes any evidence of her presence and then drives Jennifer to a remote location to get rid of her. He pours gasoline into a large trash can before opening the trunk of his car. John tells Jennifer that he still has feelings for her, but they can't be together. Jennifer plays dead, and when John goes to the trash can, she hits him on the head, gets in the car, and starts driving. Suddenly she sees a lit cigar in the car's tray. Jennifer stops the car and backs up, crashing into a scared John. She gets out of the car and finds him in the trash can. Jennifer lights the cigar again and walks away.